Hello, YouTubers. It's me again. Hmm. I'm creating a new game called Cult the Awakening. I want to check it out. It's like Magic the Gathering, but everything is brokenly balanced. Okay, there is Black Lotus in it, and it adds 5 actions to the stack, which means you can play 5 cards out of your hand. It's one of the most powerful cards because you got 10 actions and you win the game. While you're playing your actions, your opponent get after you're done with your actions, and you're allowed to play 1 card a turn that gives you X number of actions. When it says +1 actions, yep, you can't add anything except for the original one, and it adds those actions, and every other card that you play that says add action, you cannot play any more cards than that. Your opponent then is turn, and they draw a card, and they play an action, and it removes one of your cards. No, it doesn't remove your card. As it says, it removes your card from the spell stack. It removes the card. Okay, then it has its X number of actions. The first person to get 10 actions wins the game. Okay, the actions are spells. Okay, so you have something like split second that will stop the spell action. You have stuff like instant speed that move. You have dragons and you have no, you have dragons. You have vampires. You have they're more like planeswalkers. They allow you to draw cards. They allow you to uh, gain 2 cards that have an action. They allow you to remove actions from the turn. They have lockdown control. This game is gonna have everything to it, dude. You play Magic the Gathering, you're gonna try this game for the first time. You're gonna be like, "Whoa, this is Magic the Gathering hopped up on crack." Yeah, every card in it's balanced broken. So if there's a card that's too OP'd, there's a card that will shut it down. Unlike Magic the Gathering, they gotta come out with cards. Oh shit, that's way too powerful. We gotta water this down. So then they create a card that's more powerful. Like Sword of Archer for Atomic Life. Fair exchange. It is an even exchange. Okay, in my card game we don't have that. In my card game you play like you play a necromancer, let's say, and he gives you like cards from your discard from your burn zone. Because graveyard, you get what I'm saying. They work with the burn zone. And necromancer, he allows you to pull 3 cards from your nope. No, that's OP'd. Way OP'd. A little bit OP'd. He allows you to pull 1 card back from your discard pile. You add a marker to him. You remove a marker, and they only have add remove markers, no 3 abilities, only 2. You get to do both of them a turn. Both actions you get to do a turn. So he returns a card out of your burn pile, and he gives you 1 additional action per turn. That means if you got a card that says 3 actions plus 3 actions, that necromancer will give you 4 actions actually. So 4 cards in a row in a stack. So it gives you actually 5 cards on your stack. Or no, I'm sorry, 3 and then 1 more. It gives you 4 cards on your stack action. Mm-hmm. And your opponent's stack is here. Your stack is here. Okay, the cards are not switched, but you play an action, and it says remove an action, and that card bounces back to the opponent's hand. Okay, so you gotta be really witty, because nothing burns in the game unless it says burn a spell. When you're dueling and stuff back in the morning, no, those spells go right back to your hand. They don't go to your burn pile. They go back to your hand. At the end of the turn, you have to discard down to 3. Start the game with 5 cards in hand, both players, and most of the cards have like more than 2 actions, so you get to play 1 and then 1, and you're down to 3 cards. Then you're passing the turn. The opponent's draw. Oh, good! I just threw a fucking dandelion. I play it, and it has 5 actions. Cool. My hand is dumped, and I've got 5 spells on the stack. Opponent goes, that's pretty cute. Here's a necromancer, and here's like a disdain bolt that gives me 3 actions, and I get to draw a card, and I get to remove a spell from the stack. Pink that one back to your hand, the weakest one. Okay, now for spells to 3 spells on the stack plus Necromancer, 4 spells. Okay? So you would play your spells, and each spell has a cumulative action. I mean, cumulative uh, thing that it does without adding any action. The only spell that allows an action is your first spell. The rest of them, they don't do it. It's only your first spell, unless you have Necromancer. Necromancer will give you an extra action, but you don't get the additional actions on the card. It's one action. It allows you to play one spell from your hand into play. It allows you to dig through your discard pile, your burn zone, and pull a card out of the graveyard, if you will. Okay, so each turn you're pulling a card out of your burn pile, and you're playing an extra card, adding your spells to the stack. First one to resolve 10 wins the game. Only one that puts that many spells onto the stack 5 is Dandelion. And then at that, Dandelion might have a drawback. You're allowed to play an additional 4 actions per turn, but then you gotta skip your next turn. Something like that. Something where it has a huge advantage, but then it has a major drawback. Balancing that fucking card. That's what my card game. It may be overpowered, but when you, oh shit. And they've got fucking Dandelion, and it adds 4 actions. And they have Necromancer the same turn, which adds an extra action, so they get 6 actions. You gotta skip your next turn, they draw to another Dandelion. Game over. So you playing that Dandelion skipping your next turn, but you got 5 actions, could actually cause you to lose the game. Just from playing Dandelion. Okay? That's huge benefits, but with those huge benefits comes major drawbacks. If the card is pretty, like, even kill, it'll say, like, add 2 actions, or, I forget what kind of bolt it is. It's not lightning bolt, it's some other kind of bolt. If it adds actions, like 2 actions, something like that, okay, it has a advantage, like draw an extra card. Okay? Remove a spell from the like if it's the same equivalency is in play. Like you just bounce it back to the hand, and the opponent has to, oh shit, I played Dandelion, I gotta skip my, but they played this bolt, and it returns one of the spells back to my hand, and I skip my next turn, so he goes again, and he does another bolt, bouncing another spell back to my hand. Probably the Dandelion. So then I draw, oh shit, here goes a Vaser, Mind Sculptor. Everybody knows it's Jason Mind, but it's called Vapor the Mind Sculptor. Okay? So Vapor the Mind Sculptor, he allows you to draw 5 cards a turn. The catch is, you have to discard your entire hand at the end of the turn. 1 and 2 ability. Okay, so you better be able to use all 5 by playing Dandelion, or you lose your hand. He draws you 5 cards, yeah, but you'll lose your hand at the end of the turn. It's a major benefit, but a major drawback. So it's completely balanced. Every card in the game is gonna be like that. Like, we're gonna have Blood Crank Ascension. Okay, it's gonna be called Blood Crank Ascension. And what Blood Crank Ascension is gonna do, play the spell, burn a spell and play, draw 5 cards. Okay? Now, it's got a huge advantage and a slight drawback, right? Okay? So, it must combo with Dandelion. In order to play the card, you gotta have Dandelion and that in your hand. That makes it a major drawback. Until you draw Dandelion. Then you're in golden. Skip your next turn, yeah, but you got like 7 actions. And you get to draw 5 cards. Yeah, it's a combo piece together. Dandelion and Vaser, the Mind Sculptor. Okay, then Vaser, the Mind Sculptor. There we go. Draw 5 cards as you control Dandelion. And Dandelion gives you 5 actions. So you play Dandelion, Bink, then Vaser, draw your 4 cards, play your 5 actions, no hand, go, okay, go. My turn, okay, Vaser takes effect, draw 5 cards. Oh, there goes another Dandelion. Dandelion, 4 spells, and I win. But you can't win before turn 3 in a game. I'm locking that out to where it takes you 3 turns solidly to win the game. And that's if you have the right hand. Start this game with 3 cards in hand. And you gotta play it like chess. You're allowed to draw 2 cards a turn. And you're allowed 3 cards in your opening hand. The first player gets to draw his first 2 cards. Max hand size 10. There. Now I'm biting off. Now I'm not biting off you, Magic the Gathering, because it's a completely different game. Okay. There's dragons, vampires, demons, and angels. Those are the only 4 characters in the game. And then, of course, you have like the necromancer, you have the Vaser mind sculptor, you have the firebrand. Not trying to firebrand, no, just firebird. You have firebird. And then you have like Jackal, which would be the currency of Gorko Outspeaker. Jackal, here's what he does. 2 abilities. First ability, add 3 extra actions to your turn. Second ability, bounce 2 actions back to your hand. Bounce 2 spells back to your hand. Or burn 2 spells. I haven't decided that yet. So you get 3 spells, but then you gotta burn 2, or you gotta bounce 2 back to your hand. You got double Dandelion, bing bing, back to the hand, and you got Necromancer, and boom, you win the next turn. Okay? That's a strategy game where it's more strategy than Magic the Gathering. Because believe me, you got the win right there on the board. But it only gives you 9 on the stack. You know if you skip your next turn, it could fuck you, where you could bluff it through, and you could win. But it's a 50-50, unlike Magic the Gathering, where it's all bluff. This game is 50-50 bluff and actually skill. So you gotta know exactly what you're doing in order to win the game. It's called Occult Awakening. Check it out. It's a really good game when it comes out. Okay? And I expect my faithful subscribers to buy boxes off me. And I got 9 faithful subscribers right now. Buy boxes, show your friends. But they're buying boxes, they're buying boxes, they're buying boxes. Pretty soon I'm nationwide selling boxes. Then I'm branching out to other countries, selling boxes. Okay? And if you want a box, I'll tell you where you can send your check to. Because I'm working on the game. It's in research and development right now. And in card creation. You can send the check to 5115. I mean, you can send the check at it to 9330 59th Avenue, Southwest Lakewood, Washington, 98499. Okay? You get 12 packs of these. Okay? 12 packs. To a box. 15 cards in each pack. Wrapped in a certain type of Reynolds wrap. Each pack. So it's nice and shiny. All the backs are folded over, folded over, folded over, folded over, so it tightens the pack together. And you're paying $175 for that per box. But it's a collector's edition. So send your text there, $175. And give your address on it. So that way when I receive the check, put in care of Autumn. Autumn Fury. Put in care of Autumn Fury. Okay? Once I have that check, then I'll cash it. I'll send you your product, not a problem. Okay, believe me. On $175, you're going to be very happy with how quick it comes to you. I can get it to you as soon as the next day, as soon as I have or a couple days, as soon as I have the money. I'm saying it's going to take 7 days, but it's only going to actually take 2. It's gonna cost me like 30, 40 bucks. Trust me, I'm still making big money. But you're happy, you're a satisfied customer. Everything else you're showing your friends. And it comes with a in-house 11 synopsis emailed to you. So when you write the letter, when you write out the check where it has the memo, write your email address in that memo. That way I can keep proper receipts. That way I can pay my taxes. Okay? So go ahead and send me the check so that I can start getting money to get the fuck out of here. So that I can move to a state where I feel comfortable. There are too many sex offenders up here. You're hearing them right now outside. They're sex offenders, dude. Okay? I know who they are and deal with them. Kings Motor Inn in 5, Washington. 5115 Pacific Highway South, or Pacific Highway East, 5 Washington 98424. They're targeting me. 223 is where I'm at. And they're doing sex offending on me and stuff. So we want to fucking get the cops involved as soon as possible and have them arrested because they're talking attempted murder and a 13-year-old crime victim, me, that's a rape victim, and bragging about how they fucking raped me and how they fucking gutted my sister a few nights ago. They're talking about how they committed murder. Okay, and we want them fucking arrested. Tonight. Send out 5-0. Like feds, because they're gang members, and they got guns, and they've got felonies. Which is illegal. Thank you.